Hello and welcome! We're on Burrito Boulevard with Ortega Street Taco 3 Chili and Garlic Asada Sauce. Boy, you'll really want to stick around for this one. We are really excited to have you. This is Sauce Spoken.
And we're back. This is Soft Spoken, and tonight we are presenting. I don't even know what we normally say.
I don't say that. We say, I'm your host, Adam.
I'm your host, Eric. And tonight I have with me.
You're fucking this up so bad.
As always, to my
name's Adam,
right.
and I'll be your host. And to my right, my and now you got me fucking.
Go ahead, just do your normal.
The fucking co-host, Tori. Say hi, Tori, damn it.
Is this real?
This is real.
This is apparently.
Real.
Wow.
Oh, okay, well.
I was just pulling his leg.
Wow.
No, it's okay. We'll leave it.
Oh, boy.
It's its own punishment because you're going to have to listen to yourself.
Like every week. Nothing new there.
Well, nothing's changing in my mind because I had something written down.
Of course.
So, of course, my name is Tori, and this is Soft Spoken, and we're so delighted to have you. Thank you for joining us. And to my right, Twisted Steel and Sex Appeal, Eric.
Ooh.
Welcome to the show, Eric. Yeah, you ain't derailing this train, dude.
Steel.
I like it.
Yeah,
Eel.
I like that one.
That's a good one.
Twisted
Eric
Steel and Sex Appeal?
That's right.
Wow.
No one's going to believe it, but that's okay.
That is a bold one. I like that, but yeah, I don't know about, Huh.
Were you listening to some heavy metal recently, Tori?
If I told you where I pulled my inspiration from, you'd laugh, so I ain't going to tell you. It'll remain a secret.
That's what the show's all about, is laughing. Anyways.
Laughing at you.
So, I guess we will normally
it's time
do the catch-up.
Yeah, catch up with the hosts.
Time to catch up.
Adam's favorite thing to shout out there. Go ahead and lead us off, Adam. How's your week been?
You're not running the whole show now. What are you talking about? I let you go away with your little intro thing, but no, it's your turn to talk about your week, Eric.
Oh, I start this off. Yeah, I guess I do.
No, you start off. Nothing is changing. Nothing about the format is changing. The only thing that's changing
Except
is
that I brought the sauce.
Yeah, you're gonna. I didn't say the person who brings the sauce hosts the show from the get go.
Yeah,
I said
thank God, because I've been butchering this.
They introduced the sauce, is what I said. Oh my God!
Well, we're here.
Read the outline they gave us. Damn it!
Yeah, right. There is an outline.
There is an outline. So. Yeah, we're back here early. We're recording on a Monday.
Yeah.
Which is
fucking kill me.
Very awkward. And I don't know, so all we really have to catch up on is the weekend, which I had a really good one. We had a really great game night here at my house, Nerd Palace.
Nerd Palace game night.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Nerd Palace exclusive, brought to you by Barks Root Beer and Coca-Cola.
He's just gonna keep saying that until they promote us, until they actually start paying us.
They would make good sponsors because there's no conflict of interest there. We're not going to try anything Coca-Cola related. We're certainly not going to try a Barks Root Beer sauce, so I've never heard of one.
So doesn't Coca-Cola... I think they do make sauces.
Coca-Cola?
Yeah, don't they have like an actual sauce?
Sauces?
I think they own...
I could see them making like a Kool-Aid flavor or something. I don't think a sauce, though.
You got me, man.
We can do some research on it. But tell us about your week, Eric, first and foremost, before we do that.
About my weekend, really, because that's all there is to say. The week has just begun.
Yeah, we had a fun game night at the Bird Palace. We went to your favorite bar, Trashy Dive Bar, down the road and got sandwiches.
Not mine, that's Tori's.
That is one of my favorites.
But it's a half a mile from your house. So.
Yes, it is very close to my house. Yeah, we had some good sandwiches. We played X-Men Under Siege, a nice 1994 title. A very throwback.
I believe you referred to it lovingly as Ameritrash E. I think you have a lot of explaining to do.
I did. It's an Ameritrash game where you chuck dice and knock down villains.
It was a trash game. Like, it was fun. We had a guest over here who may be a future guest on the show at some point, but she chose the game. I guess you let her up into your lair of board game closet,
and she came back down.
Yeah, instead of running screaming out of your house, she actually picked out an actual game, and she picked out this X-Men game, which, like you said, is essentially just you roll the dice and just see what happens. There's very little like strategy that really goes into it, aside from just randomly picking whatever room you go to next.
Right. Other than that, you just got to pay attention to your Marvel characters' super powers and how they can help you with your dice chucking.
Yeah, I mean, basically you're rolling the dice, you're hoping for the best. Like I said, not a whole lot of strategy involved with it, but it was fun because we were blasting the music out, we were drinking a lot of beers, and just in general having a pretty wild time. So I don't think we needed anything more complex than that. So
that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll a dice, flip a card, see what happens. Maybe there's Magneto hanging out in that room or something, having a chuff or something.
We didn't actually beat the game though, right? We just we kind of called it at a certain point, right?
I think
we got close to the end and we decided there was enough of a point spread between Tori and myself versus you and the other guest that was there. So
I got crushed. Yeah.
Yeah. So did I. It wasn't even a competition. Really, it was just down to you and that other guest, and you guys didn't really care that much, so we just counted it where we were. Pretty close to the end of the game.
Yeah, fair.
I didn't even hear the Marvel scrubs. I mean, I'm not really into... I know Cyclops and Wolverine and all that. But they were naming people that I'd never heard of.
Yeah, I'm not that big into the X-Men thing. I mean, I casually have an interest in it, but yeah, nothing I'd ever really heard of that much before.
So heroes and villains, so you didn't know?
On either side, yeah.
After that, we played a little game called What Do You Meme?
That's right.
Yeah, that was kind of it's basically like a Cards Against Humanity, except for with weird, strange pictures and captions. And I think it was slightly more PG than Cards Against Humanity. Slightly. Very slightly.
A little bit. I agree.
I don't know. Cards Against... You play Cards Against Humanity once. And in my opinion, I think you've played it enough for the rest of your life.
Yes. That was my thing, too. Like, I don't care how many expansions they make. Like, it's the way for people who have literally no sense of humor to be funny for the first time in their entire life. And I think that's why so many people like it. They're like, oh, this is what it feels like to be that person that people think is funny,
It's a hard stance on a very popular game, which I agree with.
I am taking a hard stance on it. I literally think that is the only appeal, is it appeals to people who have never been funny before in their entire life.
Ouch.
Yeah.
And it's a level of vulgarity that's just really... For some people, it's a new shock.
I was just saying, that's my normal level of vulgarity, though. That's the thing. Like, nothing that they come up with is any worse than shit I come up with.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Well, you're a rare breed, Adam.
I know.
The shock approach.
But what about you, Tori? How was your week this week?
Well, I got the Christmas decorations up. Excited as heck about it.
Are they staying up this time?
Well, yeah, as close as we can get them, yeah. removed from the felines.
Oh, I was thinking you did outdoor Christmas decorations.
Well, I got to put my flamingo in the front yard.
Yeah, nice.
My big blow up flamingo.
Nice.
So yeah, he'll be going out there. I thought it was a bit too early for him, but yeah. So well, we record in advance, of course, so it's not
extra in advance this time.
That's right, extra in advance. So it's I don't know if we should give it a date, but it's the Monday prior to Thanksgiving. So now that
our listeners are gonna be so twisted up because we've had like our Thanksgiving episode was 3 episodes ago, and it's still pre-Thanksgiving. For us, though.
IRL.
Yeah, so people are going to be extra confused.
No, they'll figure it out. Just look at the calendar. You'll be fine. Don't listen to me.
Yes.
But,
yeah, we are 3 episodes deep. Normally we record, I don't know, we don't normally this specific, but we normally record 2 weeks in advance for the listeners that care. This week...
That's why our pop culture gags are all delightfully stale.
Right. We had to get a little extra jump on it because Eric's going to be gone all week. His house will be empty all week for anyone that wants to burgle it. That anyone wants to get in a time machine and go back and burgle it.
It's all right. It'll be caught on camera. The Nerd Palace has security.
Right. For all the valuable inventory that's in here.
Mostly board games.
So we had to record on the Monday before the Thursday we would normally record. So we have 3 full recordings in prior to Thanksgiving there. But, yeah, cool. As far as I go, still working on my kitchen project. That's what I spent my whole weekend doing. It remains to be completed yet, but I will say, in addition to like what you're saying, Tor, I had 2 little kitty cats helping me. They were not particularly helpful, but they were cute.
Yeah, right.
So
their presence is nice at times.
Anything else other than your Christmas decorations there, Tor?
Oh boy, let's see. It was a real quick one. But yeah, we had a lot of fun at cards. I had a delicious old-timer sandwich. I had Brunschwager and onions and bacon. You don't get much more old-time, old fart than that. And it was dang delicious. And I'm sure I stunk like hell. And I don't care. And it was great. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a Rachel, which I think a Rachel generally, from what I know, is supposed to be turkey and coleslaw instead of corned beef and sauerkraut. But this one was actually pastrami and sauerkraut. So they also had a turkey, what they called a turkey Reuben on there, which was what I more think traditionally of as a Rachel. But
yeah, that's what I've always heard of as a Rachel too.
Yeah, my pastrami Reuben, in any case, was also delightful, and it was chock full of meat
So much meat.
and Thousand Island dressing. This is a controversial take because some other people have commented that they had the opposite experience. Although I will say they did use a Pittsburgh staple Mancini's bread as opposed to more traditional rye bread on that sandwich.
I think you have the option of rye bread. It would just.
Oh, do you?
I think so.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. I would have probably preferred the rye, but the Mancini's was nice as well. More Permanis-esque, if you would.
Right.
I don't know if we said the name of this place. It's called Alexion's.
Yeah, and it's something that Tori had been mentioning a million times before, and we finally decided to pop down there and check it out. It's funny because on the way home from recording, almost every week, Tori would tell me, "Oh, there's this bar right down the road, and they got this Braunschweiger sandwich, and it's so good. We gotta go down there sometime and get ourselves. It's the best sandwich."
That's how I sound.
Kind of. Wow. I was hurting my throat, so I couldn't
see
keep
that. Yeah, it serves you right.
Excuse me.
There you go. There's the Tory cough too. You don't hear it, listeners, but
the vape cough that gets cut
cough.
out. But without further ado, Eric, it was your turn to pick the sauce for us this week. I don't have a good segue. Maybe you do. Maybe you could say that this was down the street.
We were talking
from your
about
house.
down the street, and there's down the street actually is there was a Mexican little restaurant there down by the corner. It's no longer there now. But
what happened to? Wasn't there a Hal's or something like that? Like down the street too?
Hal's.
Wasn't that what was that a place we were talking?
Yeah, it's Hunter Blues now.
Oh, it was the Hop House.
Hop House. That's right, Hop House. Yeah, so it used to be a Hop House, and it changed now too.
Yep, Hop House is out. Hunter Blues came in, and the I forget what the name of that Mexican restaurant was now.
I know what you're talking about. Right on the corner.
Right on the corner.
That place is gone now too.
Yeah, now it's now it's a little food truck stand, which is oddly enough kind of a nice segue into this. It's called. Of course, I just blanked on the name.
The food truck?
Yeah, the food truck.
Oh, I thought you
Hoshi.
blanked.
It's called Hoshi there on the corner now.
I thought you blanked on the name of the sauce. I was like, Eric.
No, the sauce is in my hand. I haven't totally blanked on that. So tonight we are getting to try Ortega's street.
Wait, hold on a second.
Ortega. Wait, what is that? Ortega?
Ortega?
There you go.
It's
There's no
like,
R there. It's just Ortega.
There is an R, but you moved it. It's Ortega, not Ortegra.
Okay.
You're like
Ortega.
one of those people that says Chipotle, too.
Sure. I
not
do.
Chipotle.
Chipotle, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I say it wrong. For sure. So yeah, it's street taco sauce called Asada. 3 chili and garlic. And I'll pass it off to Tori to do a quick label.
All right, Ortega Allegra. Here we are. We have the You got me saying it.
Have you ever seen that Allegra chicken?
Allegra chicken, no.
Okay, we'll pull it up here.
Purple, yeah.
Go ahead and you can give us a little visual description of that, and then I'll pull up a visual description of the Allegra chicken.
Oh, so we have the Ortega street taco sauce. This is the steak asada sauce, 3 chili, and garlic. Bottle cylindrical. It maybe stands, about maybe 6.5, 7 inches high, maybe. It has a blue screw-off cap. It looks very similar in design to the cheese that we had of the Ortega of the same brand.
It does. That was Old El Paso we had.
Oh, that was?
That's right.
I'll be damned.
But it does look similar.
We did have an Ortega product that night too, right?
No.
Nope.
Old El Paso.
First time for this brand.
I'll be a son of a bitch. Now you can rag on me. But yeah, so here it is. The Ortega street taco sauce. It's orange. And blow up your taco night with Ortega street taco sauces. Authentic street taco flavor in your own home with no work and no effort, but all the amazing taste and flavor you would expect from a taco truck, of course. It's a win-win for you and the whole family.
You would think that
there you have it.
If you're doing Mexican food, you would want to avoid any drawing any attention to the whole blowing up thing, I feel like maybe that's something you'd want to generally avoid.
But they always go so hand in hand. I mean,
yeah.
Here, take a look at this Allegra chicken here, Eric.
How you like that, E?
Holy smokes, that's scary. That looks like chicken, like raw chicken inside of a beet juice,
like a pickled turkey breast.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll have to throw this on the show notes for listeners that aren't familiar with the infamous story of the Allegra chicken. So,
and that's an allergy medicine, right?
Yes. I used to take Allegra all the time, actually.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest bit. But as far as the actual description of the sauce itself that we're looking at, I would say that this sauce is, it's red. It's a kind of a deep orangish red. It's pretty thick. I would say it's not quite as thick as like a salsa, but it's definitely got some it seems to have like a pureed vegetable matter in there. Like it's definitely more. It's runnier than like a ketchup is. Like ketchup has a tendency to kind of like gel, and this is more. I don't know.
Fluid.
Yeah, more fluid than that. And there are definitely some little red chunks and maybe some little black chunks in there. But all in all, if you're looking at it, it looks like a pretty homogeneous red color. Like I said, a pretty deep red color. I would say it's definitely relatively runny, like it flows around the cup well. It's definitely not going to pass the blizzard test even for a half a second.
Nope.
Well, let's try it for half a second.
No, you bit. Oof.
For a half a second, it passed the blizzard test.
I think it was like a quarter of a second there. Nice and quick, but
yeah, not really a whole lot going on visually with this sauce. I would definitely say they're relying more on the bottle to sell that. And I think it bears mentioning too that the bottle on this is opaque.
It has a haziness to it for sure.
Yeah, you can barely see what's inside of it through the bottle. I don't know if that's intentional or not. I don't really know why they did it in this format, which I'll go into a little bit more later because I have a very specific reason on that. But yeah, it seems like they're trying to actually hide what's in this with the imagery on the front. But the thing is that if you notice on that picture of the taco on the front there, I think that looks pretty much like the sauce they're serving, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Like I think they do a pretty good job of showing you there. So I don't know why they were so desperate to cover it up so thoroughly in this bottle to the point of, like I said, not only wrapping almost 95% of the bottle with the label, but also making the bottle totally opaque. I don't really understand the logic to that.
But it's not totally opaque. It's like
you can
75, 80% opaque. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see like a hint of the color in it. Like you can see, I think if it was, you can see where the level comes up to. Now that we've poured some out, you can see what part is empty and what part is not empty. But I mean, I wouldn't even venture a guess as to giving a visual description of this from looking at it outside of the bottle in.
No, definitely not. Totally obscured from any kind of other than there's liquid in there.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You can see movement.
So, what inspired you to buy this, Eric? When and where did you get this from? First of all,
so I bought it tonight when I was grocery shopping for ingredients to make some apple bread, and I was at Shop and Save.
You're not incorporating this into the apple bread at all, right? This is a totally separate.
Totally separate.
Gotcha.
I knew. Well, I came home from work and I knew it was my turn to get a sauce, and
you knew it was your turn because I reminded you.
Yes, and I looked through what I had, and I kind of had a lot of generic things that were just very basic ingredients. I feel like we always touch on. I wasn't sure we really wanted to do that, so I kind of wanted something more interesting. I had one barbecue sauce I thought we could do, and then I knew I had some frozen little, I think by maybe the same brand, the little tacos that you bought, Adam.
Maybe I can't remember specifically. I want to say those were in like a yellowish box originally, though, which I think is a different brand.
Were they Ortega as well?
Yeah, they were Allegra tacos.
Allegra tacos.
They're purple tacos. Yeah. All right. Well, in any case, that pretty much explains where you got this sauce from. Do you remember how much you paid for it, Eric?
I do. It's $4.99, which is pretty pricey.
Wow, that's kind of along the same lines as that old El Paso sauce that we have that I thought was kind of pricey and kind of disappointing for that price.
Are they in cahoots?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
You know what? I wouldn't be shocked to learn that they were owned by the same parent company.
I could dig that.
But I'm not aware of any affiliation at this time, so...
Yeah, $5 for 8 ounces. So we let the listeners do their own honey ratio calculation on that, since we're so terrible at that.
Expensive, in any case.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and let's go on and get onto the initial tasting notes. Eric, would you like to lead us off with that?
I'd be happy to. I thought that it was... Well, first thing that you hit you is the smell. And the smell is very smoky. And maybe a little bit of, chipotle. How do you say the word properly? Chipotle?
Yeah, no. Chipotle.
Okay.
The way it's
I'm
spelled.
saying it right. Chipotle, a little bit like a Chipotle hints or...
Lots of people say Chipotle.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Versus Chipotle.
No.
Right. It's Chipotle.
You got to put the L in there. That's
Yes.
Yeah, the
crucial.
L's at the end. Chipotle.
As opposed to where?
Chipotle.
All right.
Chipotle is correct.
I'll be darned.
They switched the L to the other side of the T.
And, yeah, and then I'm actually tasting it. I thought it tasted like a sweet picante salsa.
Huh.
It tastes like, actually, it tastes just like McDonald's picante sauce. So they serve with their
breakfast
burritos,
yeah.
but sugared up.
I think that's something.
Wow. Yeah, actually, I think you're spot. I don't know if I can do a better description on that. That's kind of it actually kind of looks like that a little bit.
It
too.
does. It does.
It's funny because, like you said, when I cracked this open, my initial thought was, I said, "Ooh, Tori, you're not going to like this," because I said it smells exactly like Chipotle sauce to me.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. And I thought I was really going to like it because I was expecting something more of that ilk.
Same here.
We tried this on the little mini taco things, little meat stuffed mini tacos, corn mini tacos, which I'm always a fan of.
They were good.
They're tasty.
Yeah.
I like those. But yeah, you're kind of right. It is kind of like a strange juxtaposition because it's like the smell doesn't go with the flavor. Like they're both like Mexican-y, type food things, but one has nothing to do with the other. It's like they hit the randomizer button on smells versus tastes, because nothing about the smell went with the taste. I was expecting something spicy
and
smoky and savory, with a nice, bold, complex flavor. And instead I got, like you said, something that was almost sickeningly sweet for like a salsa. And I'm just like, what is this? What is it supposed to go with? Almost no heat to it.
No heat.
I thought a lot of notes of like pineapple.
Yep, I could see that because they're so sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the primary thing I got, was like pineapple without the acidity in there, but red.
And it smells so good. Like I would like a candle of it.
It smells great, I think.
A candle.
Heck yeah. I'd burn that here.
Of course you would. Another thing you did, you set off your smoke detector on game night because you let your candle burn too high.
Yeah, the wick got too exposed.
Sitting on top of all your flammable stuff over there, of course, very intelligently, but maybe we'll get you a wax melter for Christmas.
I got one of those already.
Use it on your ears.
A tart melter.
Yeah. But yeah, so I liked the smell a lot better than I liked the taste. The taste to me was, like you said, fine. I think it was I think you nailed it, Eric. I think it's highly reminiscent of the milder version of the picante salsa stuff you get from McDonald's for the breakfast burritos, but even sweeter than that.
Way sweeter. They threw a bunch of sugar in.
And I actually like that picante sauce that they give you. I like the hot one, not the mild one as much, but I actually do like that on the breakfast burritos.
Yeah, I think it's fine on the breakfast burrito. I think it does a perfect job for what you're paying for, I guess, at McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. I mean, like I said, I think that their stuff is actually pretty well, like, engineered for the most part. Like, I think a lot of their stuff does go well together, and I think they definitely put a little thought into that picante sauce with those specific breakfast burritos. But I don't know, what were your thoughts on this, Tori, for tasting notes?
I'm not hip to the breakfast burrito jive. I never had one from
Really?
Mickey D's. Yes,
I think they're quite good.
If I'm getting breakfast from Mickey D's, dude, I'm getting some breakfast sandwich on a biscuit. There is no other option for me.
Well, especially if you're down south. The biscuits from McDonald's down south are way superior to the biscuits up here in north.
Wait, did you say a biscuit or a bagel?
Biscuit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like them both. I'm a big fan of McDonald's breakfast in all of its forms. All the way from the big breakfast with the biscuit and to, a McGriddle or a breakfast burrito or a biscuit or an egg McMuffin or the hash browns I like. And, the other thing that I often go for is like a steak bagel. The one thing I will say...
The one thing I don't like. I don't like the steak bagel.
Well, here's the thing. So this is the key, big PPAP key pro gamer move. You have to ask them to leave that bagel sauce off. And this is something that maybe... I don't think they'll give it to us separately for us to try on the show. Maybe we can scrape it off a bagel one time. But I find that stuff vile. I cannot stand the bagel sauce. It's like some kind of like mayo with other stuff in it. I don't know what it's supposed to be like, but it's not good.
Super oily and greasy.
Yeah. It's like a disgusting
with
mayo.
extra grease. Yeah, that's why I don't like it.
It's like yellowish or something too, though. Like I don't know if it's supposed to be like a mix between like a mayo and like a hollandaise or something. I don't know, but I hate it. But yeah, if you have them leave that off, their bagels are so much better without it. That's my thought.
Do they put that shit on all their bagel sandwiches?
I think it goes on all their bagels, man.
And that's why I don't like their bagels. Huh.
I never
made that connection.
Have them leave that bagel sauce off. And like I said, their steak ones, the key thing for me is if you get something like that picante sauce or even just bring your own hot sauce, get the bagel, a steak bagel, have them leave off the whack bagel sauce, have them throw on, either give you some of that picante sauce or some of your own hot sauce. And that really amps it up and makes it a real delight, I think.
That sounds good, actually.
Start your day off right.
All right. Very well done. Okay, well, back to the Ortega, I suppose.
I think you mean Ortega.
Ortega.
That is actually a medicine, isn't it? I just realized that's why you guys are making the link to Allegra. Wow.
No, yeah. It sounds like a medicine. Ortega is not a thing either.
No, I'm pretty sure. Okay.
No, you're thinking of that heartburn medication, which is something else.
They have a medication for psoriasis, actually. That's very
It's
similar
called Ortega.
It's very similar sounding to Ortega.
Okay, we'll look it up. It's not Ortega. I know that for a fact.
It might be Otezla. I think it's Otezla. I think it's a Z. Otezla.
Like the cars?
You can look that up for the show notes. Right now, I'm just going to confirm that Ortega is not a thing. Here's something for HCPs. Is that what that is?
Yeah. Human
cootie things. Yeah. Ortega is a thing. Ortega does come up with this Olesla.
No, it's O-T-E-Z. Otezla.
I can't read it from this weird angle. That is a T there?
Yes.
Otezla? Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, I can't see it from this angle, but... Oh, yeah, psoriasis medication. Well, this is fascinating. I'm sure listeners are really enjoying this conversation. Let's go ahead and get back to Tori's description, finally.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think if you were to ask me to define it, I would say this is the bottom of the barrel salsa that Ortega had laying around, and for whatever reason, they couldn't put it in a glass jar and sell it at the grocery stores for whatever effing reason. So instead, they puree the living shit out of it, add a little bit of ketchup, and put it in this weird bottle to obscure the living heck out of it.
Yep.
Huh. You might be onto something, actually.
Yeah, that's my take, and I think that's accurate in how it tastes as well. I think it's a... I don't know. I know you guys are, big, strong men, heat and all this. I got a little bit, enough to move the needle. I mean, I'm not crying about it, but I thought it was prevalent, at least a little bit.
Wow. I'm not even trying to be a macho, man. I literally didn't get enough to even move the needle.
Yeah, just a nudge, but it's there. I mean, I think it's there. And, so I think that's it. That's what they did, and I think that's what I'm getting. I think that lends to the sweetness. I think that lends to the consistency of it. And I just straight up taste a little bit of ketchup in there, too, along with a little bit of salsa. And I call it street sauce.
I like your analogy to the ketchup. The only thing about it is the ketchup has a little bit of that vinegar punch to it, which I like more. This is like ketchup without vinegar.
I was going to say the same thing. I actually think that you might be on to something correct there. Like, I don't think they're adding ketchup to it, but I wouldn't be surprised to learn that they had taken, like, the remnants at the bottom of the, salsa grinder that they can't normally get out, and they're cleaning the salsa grinder out, and they just scoop all this into a bucket, and they puree the living hell out of it, like you said. They dump a boatload of sugar in there, and they put in, like, some liquid smoke to cover up any weird off smells or the fact that it's, because the thing is, the only thing you're tasting is the sweetness, and, like, some vague, memories of peppers, like not even hot peppers, but like I'm getting like bell peppers, I do get a little bit of that in there.
I got a particulate, I got certainly something that didn't manage to evade the blender blades, at least a couple of times. I mean, it was a noticeable fragment of maybe a stem or something like that. So I think that lends itself to that hypothesis.
Here's what I'm getting at about this in particular sauce is I think that you're absolutely correct, but to me it seems like what are the things that a sauce can have fundamentally? It can have an appearance, it can have a taste, and it can have a smell.
Fair enough.
I think that in this sauce, to me, the things that I'm seeing is that Ortega went to great lengths, from whatever this started off as, they went to great lengths to obscure all three of those. They obscured the flavor by loading it up with sweetness. They obscured the smell by loading it up with this fake smoke scent, which has no bearing in the actual ingredients.
Didn't come through on the flavor.
Exactly.
For sure.
So it's clearly not an organic thing. And they went to very great lengths to obscure the appearance from you as a consumer, putting it in this opaque bottle that's 95% covered by label to begin with.
No doubt.
So to me, it seems like, yeah, you might legitimately be onto something there, Tori. Like, they messed something up. They're going to sell us as street taco sauce, and they're just going to blend the hell out of it and mask all the other flavors until you can't tell what it is.
Make it work. And when some sap comes by and buys 8 ounces of it for $5.
Yeah. And obviously, I mean, I got suckered in because all I had to do was slap new on it, and I was like, oh, hey, here's a new thing that we can try out. I have no idea how new this product really is, and can't say as I really have seen it.
Now, what does it say in the front? Asada, what is the full name again?
3 chili and garlic.
That's so weird to me because I didn't got nothing, not even a ghost of garlic.
Yeah, no garlic.
And I don't know what the 3 chilies are supposed to be unless, like you said, it's like the 3 different sauces that they normally blend up all mixed together,
I think the only thing new about that packaging is Ortega got new grinders and they're cleaning out their old ones because they're going to hawk them.
No, I think you're right. I'm honestly baffled by this product, to be quite honest with you. Like, the fact is, it's not good. It's also not, like, offensively terrible. Like, so we've had some here that I would say were borderline offensive, and I don't think this is. But at the same time, I am offended by their presentation and the name, the whole, like, street taco thing. Like, I think something bold when you say, like, a street taco, because those guys have no quality control.
You better stand out, too, boy. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Tons of tacos
They're
out there.
hella bold.
Tons of trucks.
Well, even this picture on the cover, it's got this loaded taco, chock full of cheese and looks like green onions and maybe even like roasted potatoes along with big hunks of meat. This sauce would be completely lost in all that flavor.
Absolutely. And that's the other thing, too, about the whole, like, carne asada is like a big, greasy thing of, like, meat, with some really bold, intense flavors on it. And they're saying 3 chilies and garlic, which garlic is a hard flavor to mask, that is usually pretty pervasive, as are chilies. Right. I didn't get any of those. And, like, I think the thing that we maybe didn't even hit on that much was that I think all 3 of us, even Tori, you saying that, you got a little bit of the heat eventually there, I had to absolutely load one of those little mini tacos up. I like the first bite, I loaded up as full as I could get it. I barely tasted anything. The second one, same thing, loaded it up. I ate 2 little mini tacos like that with literally as much of the sauce as I could possibly hold on them, and I got almost nothing.
I agree. I'm the same way.
I gave it a nudge. I mean, I'm not talking, any alarms going off.
I don't even mean
and
heat.
then it passed.
I mean, any flavor whatsoever. I got like wateriness to it, to be honest with you. I got like watery sweetness.
Yeah, I just got sweetness, straight up sweetness. And that's like, I was searching for other flavors. It smelled great. It smelled like it should have all kinds of flavors going on.
I know. And I didn't even get any sort of like a peppery type flavor until I tried some on its own, like on a toothpick. But yeah, straight up, even on something as bland and mild as one of those little processed mini tacos, I couldn't get any flavor through this. And like to your point, Eric, I think if you tried this on an actual like street taco with real flavors going on its own, I think it would just be purely decoration more than anything else.
Absolutely.
I don't think it'd have any flavor at all.
Yeah, it would be a takeaway. It would remove from the final product, in my opinion.
I've had
in a situation like that,
and it's too watery for something like that too. You're just gonna sog the hell out of it. I've had sour creams that I thought added more flavor than this before. To be quite honest,
absolutely,
yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Here's the other thing I really want to mention: what the hell is with their bottle design? Did you guys try squeezing that?
Yeah, you needed the kung fu grip on that.
It's so fucking dummy thick that you can't even get the sauce out of it. They went so hard to obscure this in this bottle design that you can't even get it out of the bottle. Even if you want to try it, you can't.
They should have just went with the classic, yellow, like a French's mustard container.
I know. I was straining trying to get it out of there. I was like, it felt like a grip strength meter, trying to get some of this sauce out. I'm like, how the hell are you even supposed to dispense this shit?
And after one pass around where we, tried to squeeze the sauce out, we've totally wrinkled up and destroyed the label too, just trying to squeeze it out. I was
legitimately like gorilla strength on that thing, trying to get some sauce out. And I don't know how you guys felt about it, but I'm just like, everything about this is wrong and dumb.
Yep.
And like I'm not, like I said, the sauce I thought was boring and uninspired and a cover up. The rest of the thing I find is what I find to be offensive. To be quite honest, like I'm actually kind of mad.
about the bottle itself.
Because not only do they pull this kind of horse shit, but then they have the balls to go on there and charge you $5 for 8 ounces.
Yeah.
Like it's your privilege. That's insulting.
That is insulting.
The cost of it is just really sad. Because, like I said, you need bold flavors for what this is supposed to be used with, and it's just totally lacking. It's
and the thing is,
shame.
Here's what really pisses me off about that, too. They don't even have the excuse to hide behind of, like, not having a big, like, R&D budget for something like that, because this is a major name brand. You know what I mean? Like, these guys make some hella good taco sauce. They know what they're doing. They have the engineers there. So it's not even like a Lee Kum Kee satay sauce where I can give them the benefit of the doubt.
That poor thing, still getting beat up.
I think it's still our lowest rated sauce. But like, I can't even, like, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt by, like, hey, you know, maybe this tastes good to some people. Maybe we didn't use it right, you know, whatever. This is just wrong on all levels. I actually am a little bit mad about it now. I'm glad I didn't buy this. That's all I have to say. But without further ado, let's get on to Eric's favorite segment of the show, the ingredients. Let's see if there actually are 3 chilies and a garlic in this shit.
Right. I'm not passing that on. It's my part of the show.
Blender, sludge, and ketchup.
So, first ingredient is, do you want to take a guess?
Water.
Yes.
Definitely water, yeah.
That's why it's so runny,
High
I guess.
fructose corn syrup is next.
Tomato paste, onions, red jalapeno peppers, distilled vinegar. Hey, Tori, maybe there's ketchup.
It is ketchup, yeah.
Roasted garlic, salt.
No.
Give me a break.
Casabile peppers? I'm not sure what that type of pepper that is.
All right.
Chipotle pepper.
Okay.
Xanthan gum.
Bang, bang.
Yay, bang, bang.
Sodium benzate to preserve freshness.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Yeah. Natural flavor and yeast extract.
Wow.
Mm.
Okay, so...
And now, also kind of interesting, it's distributed by B&G Foods Incorporated out of...
Parsippany, New Jersey.
Sure is.
Are you serious? Wow, that's weird. Oh, wait. Wow. Do you suppose these are made... Is there like some sort of like weird state law about New Jersey that makes it easy to like manufacture sauces there or something?
I don't
like,
know.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll
like
have to pay attention to that.
Like some states, you know, have like tax shelters for certain businesses or something wacky like that. I wonder if there's like some weird kooky legislation in like New Jersey that allows that to be a good sauce making state.
The sauce is condiment dip state in the Union.
Right. I do wonder if it's something like that. Let's
maybe a soft-spoken field trip. We'll have to check out this Parsippany.
Yeah.
Let's go to New Jersey. Yeah, but by all means, please. Let's take a really quick look at their website here. I don't really think there's a whole lot going on. So
NewJersey.gov.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dwell on it here. No, the Ortega website. Oh wow, here, let's read this copy here. Blow up. Oh wait, this is the same thing that's on the bottom.
Yeah, same thing. I just left out the last sentence.
Okay, it's even more insulting on here because it's so wrong. It's kosher. Yeah, there's nothing else on this website. This is that hot sauce, that the Ortega original taco sauce. That stuff's actually pretty good.
I can't say I've ever really had it. I don't think I'm not one for taco sauce. Honestly, I just find it like spicy, runny, and usually kind of blah. So
this, I actually do think that this. I used to eat a lot of this stuff more when I was a kid, but I actually do think that that's actually a pretty decent sauce. Maybe we'll have to try sometime. Yeah, there's not a whole lot else going on this website though. It's pretty boring. I'm not going to do them the favor of reading off the whole rest of their sauces and stuff because I don't want to bring them any. I don't feel like they earned it from me for this. There's other shit on their website. I think it's fair to say. I don't know if you guys agree with me. There's nothing worthwhile going on here to see so far.
Nope, very boring.
It's the most bland looking corporate website that you can imagine. Like, it's well done. It's fine, you know. There's literally no reason for any human to ever visit this website. And that's coming from people that run a pretty low budget website of their own, so.
A free one, by the way, yeah.
Oh, look at this. They have the balls to go on here and make up some bullshit family tradition bullshit story about Jacinta Dominguez Ortega, or as we like to call her, Mama. That's fucking... we're not even going to fucking go there.
I think Mama would be pretty upset at this street taco nonsense.
We're not even going to dishonor her name by reading that story in connection to this shit sauce. So, shit taco sauce. Poured porta potty in the street taco sauce is what we should call this.
I don't think I was that off with the ketchup comment, though.
No, you're right.
not at all.
According to the ingredients, you're spot on. It's got
Yeah.
all your traditional ketchup ingredients in there. So I'm going to call that I'm going to hit that with a plausible.
Nice.
I would say we can't quite confirm, but all the ingredients are there. So
You absolutely can't deny it.
I'm calling it highly plausible, as a matter of fact.
And you know what is also kind of surprising about this? Looking at the nutrition facts, so serving size is 1 tablespoon, calories is 5, and total sugars is 1 gram. For as sweet as that sauce tasted,
Is it
I'm
like
shocked.
aspartame or something in there?
Right.
You said there's sugar in there, right? What was the sweetener? You can't tell me there's no sweetener.
It was on top, wasn't it? There was water, and what was the third one? The third?
Onions.
Oh.
There's no sweetener in this. That's
Supposedly,
impossible.
there's no sweet.
That's impossible.
Natural flavors?
It's a natural flavor at the end, maybe? I don't know. That's totally crazy.
Legitimately be an artificial sweetener in this, like a stevia type thing.
What
or
about the
something.
yeast extract? Does that bring a little sweetness?
No, that's like it's in
That's
that Marmite
color.
and stuff. You
Yeah.
know, that's more of like a savory type flavor, if anything.
Huh.
I'm not buying this. Something's wrong. Something's whack. Either our bottle went off. This is one of those things that I can almost see like they straight up mislabeled this bottle because it's not at all what I'm getting there. So
Well, for being new, it is nearly out of date.
really,
It expires in January of,
22.
22.
That's not. I mean, I think that's
I
reasonable.
guess it's a couple months. Yeah.
So, all right. Well,
Beef.
without further ado, let's go ahead and get on to the ratings portion of the show. I'll go first. I don't normally go first. I've been very clear about my thoughts on
Right.
this.
Keep the shit talking going. Right?
I'll be honest, I didn't care for the sauce. And like I said, I find the labeling downright offensive. I straight up think that I straight up think that they are lying with the ingredients. There is something giving this sweetness that does not appear to be described in the ingredients that I just heard. I didn't get any of the 3 chilies. I didn't get any of the garlic. I think it's not made for street tacos. It is a sauce, so there's one accurate thing on the bottle. And I think on top of that, I think that they intentionally made their absolute best efforts to obfuscate what is the actual sauce itself, both in the 3 things that matter, the appearance, the flavor, and the smell. 0 out of 10.
Wow.
Oof.
Hard stance. Nothing redeeming about this sauce to me.
Wow.
That's
0
strong.
out
It's
of
too
10.
bold.
The goose egg.
Yeah.
There's been sauces that I thought missed the mark before. This is insulting. 0 out of 10.
Listening to you, I agree. It is insulting. And but I was even going to say, well, okay, I like ketchup more. I think ketchup has more flavors. So
I want to throw this away out of principle.
And then
So I
at
was-
Ortega about it.
Yeah.
I was
Your product
thinking about a 4, and
A 4.
maybe it was too generous, and especially after hearing Adam rant and rave about
Don't let me
everything
color
else
your
about
judgment.
it. No, you make up absolutely good points about the bottle design and the fact that they're trying to alter, hide, mislead.
I think they're trying to hide. I think this
Yeah.
is a cover-up. I think it's a conspiracy. Ortega theory. It's a conspiracy.
So I'm going to give it a nice 3.
All right.
Wow.
What about you, Tori? What'd you think?
Try not to be persuaded by our...
Yeah, if you liked
Critique.
it, I mean, if you like, that's totally fine.
No, I definitely didn't.
Okay.
I didn't like it at all. Yeah, I thought it was, you guys, it was watery. There wasn't any garlic. The point that you guys bring up about how it's all blurry and weird, I think is a good one. I think my description still rings clear, and I don't think that's a tremendous vote of confidence. I think this stinks. I think it's bad. It's a 1.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I honestly think Eric's 3 is being pretty darn generous because I'm just thinking, like, truly, I'm trying to envision a scenario in which there would be any reason I would ever use this on anything. Plus, when you
I think a
factor in-
toddler might like it. Like, it's sweet enough to, like, a toddler be like, oh, this is what sauces are supposed to smell like.
Plus, plus, once you consider the $5 price point for this, I mean,
Oof.
the whole thing is just, like I said, I literally find it
Insulting.
insulting. Like, I find it insulting that they would put this on a shelf and sell it to people for actual money.
I don't know, man. I think the old grinder goop is the right answer there.
Let me be perfectly clear about this. If this came in a packet from a place like McDonald's, I would throw it away. If they gave it to me for free, I would throw it away. That is how I feel about this. And to be charged $5 for this, I think is absolutely absurd. That's my thoughts.
Wow.
It
Unfettered.
Well, it's true. I mean, there's no way I could argue with the thought.
Lower your rating, Eric. No, just kidding. Don't let me influence you.
But I do still think, like you had said earlier, that the sauce itself wasn't unedible. Like, okay,
it is, but I mean, I know that we've kind of gotten away from this a little bit. We used to be a little bit better about just purely rating the sauce on its own merits, which I think we do a pretty good job of that in the most part. Like, I'm not saying that this would be better on something else. I'm just saying that the sauce as a whole, you know, with everything it's bringing to the literal table here, I honestly think that, like, the whole bottle design and what I'm saying is, like, pure deceit. Right. I'm calling that negative points. Like, honestly, if I could give this negative points, I probably would. So I'm saying that whatever redeeming value the sauce itself has as being purely edible, like, it wasn't offensive. You know, it's tremendously uninspired.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I would say it is one of the least inspired sauces that we have had on this show, if not the least inspired sauce.
And yet the name tries to lead itself as being, street taco sauce, like, and the whole Asada 3 chili and garlic, like that screams flavor.
Yeah, it's real cutting edge. Yeah, street truck.
It's a bold-faced lie.
Yeah.
It is.
You know, this will not be on the shelves long. I can promise you that. By the time this sauce expires, it will have been dumped into the grocery store dumpsters. I can say that with good confidence.
I hope so. I don't know if anyone else subjects themselves to this sauce.
Yes, this is the first one where I legitimately feel like a PSA is involved. Like, do not buy this sauce, please. And I'm going to put this in the show description, like right up front. Do not buy this sauce.
No, absolutely. And that's, in a way, it's kind of a good thing that we get to try something that's new and out there and be like, hey, this is crap. Don't bother.
Like, there's lots of things that we try here that I think are a matter of, like, personal taste, like, that we might not like. For example, I'm thinking of, like, the wishbone jalapeno lime vinaigrette or whatever. Like, that was not a matter of something that I thought was good in my personal taste, but it may appeal to someone. Like, I'm open-minded enough to think that some people probably do like it. This is, like I said, this is no purpose, reason, cause. It's insulting. I guarantee you'll be disappointed if you buy it. You know, if you're buying it for anything based on what it says on the label. So It is low calorie, so I guess there's that. You know, if you wanted something to add something, sweetness to your tacos for whatever reason, and you didn't want to have a lot of calories, I don't know, that's me trying to be generous to it.
I'm still floored about your earlier comment. I just don't believe it. Like, the sauce tastes so sweet. How could it not have any sweeteners in it? Like that, 1 gram of sugar.
I don't believe it. That doesn't happen like that. Unless there's some sort of artificial sweetener, I straight up don't believe that.
Or did we somehow get a bad bottle? I don't know.
It might have aspartame or something like that in it. I think that's particularly whack if they did that. But at least I would say that's at least honest. But, yeah, I don't know.
What a mystery.
I'm straight up like, I didn't want to air this episode because I don't want to even bring more attention to it. Maybe I'll X out the name in the title, like, the sauce that shall not be named.
Don't want to air it. I mean, no, like I said, I think it's important to let listeners know. Like, that's
a joke.
A big part of what I think is neat about this whole podcast, honestly. Is
maybe I'll just make the title like Garbage Sauce from Garbage Company or something like that. Allegra Chicken Garbage Sauce.
They have the nerve to say on here that this Asada 3 cheese and garlic pairs perfect with beef. Or anything else, really, it says underneath.
Fine cut of flank steak, excellently prepared. Just slather this shit on and cry yourself to sleep. Oh, boy. Woof. Well, that was intense.
I wonder if it's, also maybe a say of just, like, the American palate, like, they just want that sugared, sweet candy sauce that doesn't actually have flavor. I don't know. I hope not. I hope this, could this have actually gone through tasting, like, some sort of taste test group and actually made it to market?
You could be onto something there, but I mean, bear in mind, our highest rated sauce to date was still just a massive sugar bomb. We straight up admitted at that point that it is totally possible that we are just simpletons and this whole thing is a sham, and really we're just doing this because we like sweet things. And I don't think any of us really like the sauce, so I don't even know if that's even fair to say, Eric.
True. I mean, no, you're saying something that's. I'm almost glad that we're disproving that. Like, here's a sweet sauce that none of us really get behind because...
It's not a dessert sauce, though, to be fair.
True.
So maybe that's part of it, too. But it's also not sweet enough to go that route. Like, would
you put this on cheesecake?
Ooh.
Jesus Christ! Like I said, there's nothing I would put this on intentionally. Like I don't know. There's
straight up garbage.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't like sweetness in my tacos to begin with. Even maybe like even a fish taco, but I don't think this is the right type of sweetness for that.
Absolutely not. No way.
So yeah, I just think it's whack. 360 degrees around it.
Woo boy.
Whack, whack, whack.
Especially for the way it smells.
It's a sphere of whack.
It smells so good.
It does smell better than I think it tastes, which I think is another part of that whole like deception thing. Like, because yeah, you might get a whiff of this and think, oh, this is going to be good. I'm going to slather up a taco, and then you'll think, what the actual hell did I put on this taco? You know?
Chunky water, salt water.
Yeah, it just seems like it's intended to frustrate and annoy you. Like everything about the experience. First of all, the seal didn't have the little pull tab thing to pull off, so I had to get a knife and try to pry it off, and that was a frustration right from the get-go. The seal was annoying.
Should have known.
And then on top of that, the bottle's impossible to squeeze. The sauce doesn't taste like it smells, and it doesn't smell or taste like the bottle description is, and you can't even see it in the bottle to begin with.
Well, now you're presenting a whole new silver lining to this.
Why?
I'm just glad it pisses you off so bad.
God damn it, Eric.
Yeah, you're really railing against this poor thing.
I'm getting madder.
I'm starting to feel bad. I'm bad for it.
I don't know if it's because we've done so much podcasting recently or because we're doing this one later at night on a Monday than we usually do, but this fucking makes me angry. I am mad. Eric, in your usual vein of making me angry about things, you've succeeded yet again.
Yeah.
Even in my sauce selection, I've managed to succeed in pissing you off.
Oh, boy. Well, I'm very happy that we're bringing this episode to a close now. I guess that's it about the sauce that shall not be named.
So you can cool off, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, but with all that being said, Eric, do you have any closing thoughts you want to share with the listeners?
I didn't think of a closing thought. Oh boy, closing thoughts. Yeah, I know. Boy, don't mix your alcohols. I suppose I think I said that one earlier, like probably last season. I'm pretty sure I did.
You didn't even drink that much. That's the thing. I don't know how you got so sick this past weekend, Eric, because like I said, you drank. I think you and I were 1 for 1, and I was feeling fine. Although I did have a monster at the end of the night. I was up till after 3 o'clock that morning.
Ooh, boy.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, shouldn't have drank. I'm like, why am I still awake? Shouldn't have drank that monster. But I think other than that, you and I, Eric, were pretty much 1-to-1 with beers, and I felt fine. So I don't know. And I had a little bit of whiskey too, as did you. So I don't know if that was solely responsible for it or not.
I don't know. Wild night. And Saturday I was super sick to my stomach. So I don't know. Just here we are, leading into Thanksgiving. So I'm thankful for my friends. I'm thankful for, which I know this is out of time from when you're listening to this, but this is in real life for us. So I'm thankful for my family and being able to go and visit with them and be off this week and be out of work. So it's a really good time for me, and I'm excited for it. Tori?
Nice.
Now it's time for Touching Thoughts with Tori.
Well, I had something written down, and very serendipitously, this sauce plays right into it. So I am certainly not going to leave that opportunity on the table, and I'm going to grab it. So, of course, today we had to berate you and berate our own taste buds with this street taco sauce, and the battle lines were certainly drawn. I think that's fair to say. All of us railing against this with poor sauce. I mean, towards the end, I felt a little bit of compassion. But as we were drawing these battle lines of, here today, it's important that when we move on, you be on your own side. When those battle lines are drawn, you got to be on your own side, and make sure to do that today, because that's important. Because there's a lot of people that aren't on your side and are waiting to take you down a peg, take a nick out of your ass, they like to say. So don't let them do that. Be on your own side. Be your best advocate. And we love you, and we are proud of you, and thanks for listening. And that'll do it for me.
All right. I'm not sure that I totally followed you there. I think you may have gone above my head a little bit. Maybe I'm still just raging about this sauce internally.
I think so. There's not that much to interpret. It was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, this makes me angry just looking at it across the table. It's like it's staring me down. I see it's one little O there in the Ortega. It looks like a little eyeball staring at me.
I do think the typeface is almost mocking.
It is. It's got like that jaunty, fake, marketing hype. It looks like something that you'd find on a cheap billboard in like a Get-Go or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, the whole thing's bullshit. It's bullshit from beginning to end.
Wow.
It was eye-catching, and it suckered me in, and I feel suckered.
Yeah, dude, you were poached by the marketing.
Wow.
I will say.
I'll spread the good word, and don't let them. Don't buy Ortega 3 garlic, pepper, chili, sweet taco sauce.
I'm torn because on the one hand, I want to try a different Ortega product because they do make legitimately good products. I'm kind of mad at them as a company for making this the whole thing, So I would like to try something else. I also don't want to go ahead and give them a good rating on something, just to punish them for this.
So this was one of 3 different street taco sauces they had at the store.
Was one of them like a pineapple lime or something like that?
We've seen the other one on the website.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if there was a sweet one that maybe this somehow did get mislabeled with or something, because I would change my thoughts if this was legitimately mislabeled, So
I don't see that happening.
Yeah,
I don't see it either.
I don't see it happening either.
But if there was like a sweet mango salsa, or something like that, I would say, okay, yeah, I can see this maybe being that. But all right, well, I think that's going to do it for us this week with the garbage sauce from the garbage company that shall not be named. But yeah, as always, once again, Thanksgiving's upcoming for us. Thanksgiving is long past for you guys. You're well into December. You're pretty darn close to Christmas at this point. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you next week.
Oh no, it's the end of the show. Thank goodness there's several other episodes waiting just for you. Check out our Instagram. We like to have some fun over there. We post the sauce bottle pics if you're curious, and the occasional meme. That's going to be Sauce Spoken official. Hey, despite our humble nature, we are accepting donations, believe it or not. Look us up on PayPal. That's going to be @SauceSpoken. Hey, and if you like what you hear, grease those palms, babe. Lastly, roll up your sleeves and get into the nitty-gritty at saucespoken.wordpress.com. We have show notes and details. Check it out. Share us with a family member or a friend. If you're enjoying it, I'm certain they will too. Good night.